and subscribe. Spread the joy. Welcome one and all, my name is tawess and we need to talk about DC's Titans. While I was considering pushing a video on this subject out when the trailer first came out, I decided to sit on it for a few days because I started to see a bunch of comments that made me feel, well, a bit annoyed. Because, you see, there's been a bunch of rather weird complaints. There's some complaints about the plot, but that reaches the realm of downright silly as we have yet to see enough of it. But some sort of Trigon storyline is to be expected. Now, the more reasonable complaint is that it is not a revival of Teen Titans Animated. And as much as I've enjoyed the heck out of that one too, this is not it, and it's not really like it was ever intended to be. Nor have it really killed any chance of a proper continuation of the series, as there have been hints that if Titans does well, other venues of shows will be looked at. Yeah, they're basically holding your poor Teen Titans Animated hostage. And as the animated Teen Titans has a built-in fanbase, it's a good place to start. But yeah, this is not Teen Titans Animated. This is a dark, full-impact, grown-up show, as seen by the darling F Batman line. This makes it fall right in line with the rest of the DC cinematic universe. Not a connection I would have wanted to make, but I'll get back to that in a different video. Now, this new age bracket does open up for some really good storytelling, and I have a decent hope for this series. After all, if Buffy could have good stories, so can this. Now, the loudest complaints I've read, is it looks weird, and a lot of that is oddly enough centered around Starfire. So, I'm going to go through these and break it down character by character, and this is of course my opinions on the subject. Yours might vary and you might very well be right. So let's start off with the darling pretty face of the show, Robin, aka Dick Grayson. The actor playing Grayson do have what I think of as a good look for the role. Give me a slight Batman the Animated Series feel with a longer face and sharper angles. As far as the costume goes, it's pretty much how the modern Robin looks. A more armored look with rigid plates and padding. Does it make good sense? Yeah, seeing as Robin is not bulletproof, and even in the DC world of wonders, a bullet wound or a stabbing will be a major inconvenience. The cape is there, the mask is there, and the colors are right. I'm also sure we will get a classic costume Easter egg or two before he switches over to the Nightwing outfit, which I'm pretty sure will be coming too, probably next season. Now, Raven, on the other hand. Now here I can understand why some people are getting tizzy. This Raven does seem to be based on the Teen Titans Animated version. Shy, a bit introvert, and not in control of her powers. Trying to get to grips with how it works being an empath and a conduit for demonic power. Especially as I think they will go the line of strong emotion equals dark power. Not a good thing for an empath. Now, this does not entirely match with the Raven of the comics, but that version of the Raven has gone through so many changes over the years that they had to pick a version. As for looks, if you think of her as a Teen Titans Animated Raven, it's a good fit. Now, her outfit is hard to get a grip on, and her comic book looks are hard to translate into reality due to her animated cape that seems to have a life of its own every now and then. A more street version of it would not go amiss in my mind. So, Starfire. I am not even going to bother with the arguments of where or where not the actor is from. It's childish and it doesn't matter. We are talking about someone playing a orange-skinned, green-eyed alien with red glowing hair that can learn languages through body contact. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Now, others have complained of the looks of the character itself. And to be quite honest, this left me a bit baffled seeing how it ticks everything I would put into a design brief for Starfire. Sure, she's not exactly shooting starbolts, but her name is Starfire. It makes sense that shoots, well, Starfire. I also saw some comments about how she was not orange enough. I think that is mostly down to the light in the scenes. One is pretty blue and the other one has a strong purple light. But, just look at it. That is de facto Starfire. Especially as tones can be tweaked if she for some reason does not pop enough. Personally, I love the effect of the hair. It's nothing to complain about there. As for Beast Boy, well, he looks like Beast Boy. not much more to say there. Same goes for Hawk and Dove. Very comic accurate, but I guess with them it will more be down to how they're acted, since they are a complex pair that can very easily turn into a very ham-fisted slapstick. Admittingly with a bit more gore and blood, but basically dumb brute and nimble tactician. I mean, it's sort of a difficult concept, but their outfits are very, very comic accurate, and I like that. The Titans trailer did lay some of my worries to rest, even if the grim dark tone does give me some bad Batman vs Superman Suicide Squad flashbacks, and I really hope that will have some more lighter tones in there too. You cannot just do dark and gritty. It is a texture that makes it work, and what about the DC so far has not exactly done that well. Maybe this is the turning point. We'll see. I hope so. And you can bet your last dollar on I will sure as heck revisit this subject once the series is out. But with that, I will wrap up. Until next time, stay safe, be kind, and play fair. Bye!